said this line to them, they all cheered. Because you never know how kids connect. I said, you guys ever see the movie Rocky? Not many of them did. I said, and I gave them that line. It's not how hard you hit. It's how hard you get hit. You get up and they all cheered. That was a connection. Because they're all struggling, getting hit pretty hard right now. And the thing of it is, that little boy came up to me after, asked me if I could have a couple minutes of his time. It's a little guy, a little chubby guy. And he says, can I have 5 minutes with you, Rudy? I said, sure. And I'm listening to him. He's telling me about all his struggles. Telling me about how his mother and him were kicked out of his apartment because they couldn't pay the rent. And now they don't know where to live. But they're with their aunt, but his aunt doesn't want him there. So he's struggling with that. I said, oh my God, how do I reach out to that? How do you reach out to that? But this kid's only 11 years old. So I'm sitting at dinner just one night, 2 days after that speech. It keeps bothering me. How do you help this kid? Do you just give him something, or does he earn it? Or what's the real deal? So I called his principal. Here's what his principal said. He's an angry little guy. He's mad. He has every right to be angry. But if we could show those kids, because he thinks life is unfair right now. So because he's 11, he sees everybody else having it, but he's not having it. If you can teach that negative energy, turn it into positive, and be constructive with it, he could probably do something with it. So here's the decision we made. All right? This is where you contribute, where you help. And this is only up to you. But you'll get something in return for it. Does everybody have $20, for an example, that they could spare? Seriously. If you don't, that's fine. Okay, here's what I'm saying. This little boy came up to me, and we have a 501c3. And the reason I'm telling you this story is because this happens every day to me. I don't know what to do with this. And now I'm doing something. So I sat with a friend of mine, it's a builder. I'm telling him this story. He looked for that. He said, let's go buy the kid a home. I said, buy a home? Are you kidding me? I said, no, we'll go buy one of those homes that are bad and we'll fix it up. We'll rebuild it. That'd be a great thing for the foundation to do. We'll get everybody to support it, everybody to contribute to it, and we'll give that little guy a home. Yeah, wonderful. One idea to one person. And that's what this is about. So my point, you pass this on, you pass this on. Somebody wants to help, but they don't know how to help. That's the whole thing about successful thinkers. You're sitting in here, some of you are really struggling, I guarantee you. I don't know what, but you're struggling with something. You got some goofy thought laid up there somewhere. And your goofy thought's stopping you from being the person you want to be. You got to get rid of the goofy thought. You got to get rid of it. Goofy thoughts stop you from what? Doing great things. For an example, oh, Robert, I don't want to talk, I'm tired. That's a goofy thought, right? Oh, Robert, why am I coming to Sacramento? I have a purpose. My daughter's singing at the Sacramento game tonight. You know, so there's a purpose, but at the same time we want to meet up with Jim and Robert to do something that we always dreamt about. But things come together, it's called timing. See, my whole point is some of your stuff is going to be timing. It's not going to happen right away. When we met this successful thinker, it's going to happen right away. This guy never quit. This is 2 years. 2 years, you know, to come here. Just want you to think about what happens. See, it's not about you coming here and making business happen. It's about you having people help your business to happen. They will naturally help you make it because they like you. If you start pushing your business and people don't want to know what you do. Oh, guy, he's trying to push his business on me. No, that's not why you're here. People are going to come to you and ask you, how can I help you? That's what Successful Thinkers is about. That's how I see it. You network, get to like each other, people help each other. Just like that builder. He was sitting there saying, why don't we just build a kid a home? I never thought of that. I was trying to figure out, what do we do with this kid? You know, you can't bring him home. Yeah, him and his mom, there's no way. You know, but you know, it's interesting to see how you could reach out. That's what you can do. Does that make sense? So every little thing you have, the movie was made for you to say, wow, I can do that too. That's where I want your minds to be. Does that help you? Yes. Because in life, as you go through life, you meet people and you struggle. You can't tell the whole story. It's impossible. You tell the moment what that person meant. So anyhow, When you make a movie out of your life, which you all have an opportunity to do, by the way, everybody in this room has that opportunity. Because some of you probably struggle more than I ever did. But my point is, you have the courage and character to make your own movie. See, most of my friends never had that character or courage. They would say, that's a dumb idea. No one will see that movie. That's so stupid. And they were probably right, because when I thought about it, it is stupid. Going out to Hollywood saying, make a movie out of my life. I mean, a tackle. What do you think they're going to say? Are you kidding me? Oh, I went to Notre Dame. So what? They didn't really know your journey. See, you don't show up and say, here I am. Here's what I did. You got to go through the journey. What does that say? You got to struggle. People connect to struggle. And they want to see you struggle. In a good way. Because they want to be inspired. Today is a perfect storm in today's society. Perfect storm. There's more families being, thrown out of their homes, just walking away from their homes. They don't know what to do. But I got to tell you, there's no exception to what happened in 2008. No one. There's no exception. Everybody struggled, including myself and everybody. People were living high, real high. 3 cars, 4 cars, big home. Credit cards, boom, boom, free money. All of a sudden it stopped, didn't it? What happened? What do? You go back to the basics, clean your plate, and you start over again. Do you have the courage to do that? Do you?
Yeah.
Because that's where you're at. And I got to tell you, clean your plate off. Get rid of all the garbage, all the nonsense, all the noise, everything. Just get rid of it. It does. You want that life? Is that the life you want? Or you want the new life?
Yeah.
Start right now. That's the magic. Right now you could start. One thought could change that. One little thought. I was in the airport this morning waiting for Robert and Jim, and there were some Navy guys there in their uniforms, in their military police. So I go up to them and say, wow, thanks, shipmates, for being great Americans. And they know I was a shipmate because no one calls them a shipmate unless you were a shipmate, right? So they're connecting, we're talking, and one guy's been in 16 years, one guy's been in 20. We don't know who each other is, but we're talking about destroyers and light cruisers and getting seasick, all this stuff, because you have a connection. You have a connection. And my best friend today is a rear admiral. But when I was in the Navy, I was just a seaman. He was a god. He came to one of my speeches years later, that rear admiral, Judge Chief of Staff. He wanted to get to know me. Heck, I wanted to get to know him when I was in the Navy. See what happens? People want to know you because you did something. It's not your status. People get confused on status, I think. So those Navy guys, I said to them, boot camp changed my life. I said, really? Yeah, I was struggling, man. I didn't know where I was going to go. I had no idea. I was so confused when I was in high school. I thought I had to work. That's what my dad did. 3 jobs, my brothers. Go to work, come home, go back to work, come home. But I had bigger dreams. The only reason I didn't go after my dream in high school because I was 3rd in my class in high school. And you know where that was at. To go to Notre Dame, you have to be at the top, right? I was at the bottom. So how could I ever imagine me going to Notre Dame? See how you can turn things around? That's your challenge. Where are you at? At the bottom, so what? Go up. At the top, that's where you fall. When you fall, can you get back up? It's true. It's the journey. So if all you have kind of think, I'm going to give you the answer, no. You already have it. You already know what to do. Everybody in this room knows. Everybody. But you have the character to make it happen.
Absolutely.
But it takes courage, commitment, just not talk. A lot of people talk. Talk. They talk themselves out of it. They tell people how good they are. When they go home and say, I'm not so good. Well, you're right. You didn't do anything. All you did was talk. Why are you talking? Do it. Get out there and do it. That's the difference, I think, with everyone. Does that make sense? You know it's true. You coming here today, you didn't talk. You came here because what? A commitment you had to come. Whether you wanted to see Jim, Robert, or someone else, it didn't matter, but you came. Did you get anything out of today? Sure, you might have got one thing. Because of that one thing, you may take that and use it. That's all I did with Rocky, the movie. You know how many times I watched Rocky?
Bunch.
Over 100 times. How many times you watched Rudy?
Once.
Oh man, you're in trouble. I literally watched Rocky 100 times. I even wrote Stallone a letter telling him I got another Rocky movie. You know what he said to me? Good luck, dude. You know what my movie poster said? Rocky of the 90s. You know who I met at the Show West in Las Vegas? Rocky. Stallone. Guess who wanted to meet me? Stallone. See, he met me on my terms. That's where you should be. See the difference? Try to meet people on their terms, it never happen. Let them meet you on what? Your terms, because you've done something. Don't get goo-goo-eyed over people. You're just as good. That's when I realized that. I said, dude, why am I looking up to him when I'm just as good?
Yeah.
Look at Kobe Bryant. That's right, I'm not 6'8". You're right. Right? It's true. So why am I trying to be like Kobe Bryant? I can't. But I can be Rudy. Kobe Bryant looks up to Rudy. I want to meet Rudy. Nah, you meet the great ones. Because they know you're someone. Does that make sense?
Yes.
People want to meet people that have character and courage and a commitment. They don't want to hear you sitting around here talking, yapping, and I do. Who cares? I don't care what any of you guys do. If you want to know the truth. Oh, you guys had different. You were struggling with some of your stuff. What do you do? You think I care? No. You know what I care about? Do you care about the people and yourself? All the other stuff takes care of itself. You know I'm right.
Yes.
You know I'm right. Ever hear? I'm a financial planner. Okay.
Every day.
Every day. I'm a public speaker. Every day.
Yeah.
You're speaking to your kids. Am I right?
Yeah.
Every day, man. And you know, if you don't motivate, man, getting up in the morning, you gotta motivate.
Yeah.
Yourself. Oh, it's to me, it's like, do I have to go work out? Yes. Why? And you look at the results, and you look at, well, if I did, here's what I'm going to look like. If I do, here's what I'll look like. I'm going to go.
Yeah.
You know, does that make sense?
Yeah.
A lot of us, go ahead.
Can I ask, what was your greatest motivation and inspiration while you yourself were moving through your greatest points of struggle, then or now?
I think I picked certain things up. Like I said in this room today, I got inspired. That little kid inspired me.
Yes.
I go on and on every day. It's not one thing. That's what I'm saying. Don't hang on one thing. Because my coach did not change my life. He was just in that one little moment. That janitor did not change. He was just happened to be there. There were many people like him. So don't look for one thing to change your life. You got to change your thoughts. You change your thoughts, your life changes. Get rid of your goofy thoughts. Get rid of them. They're not... You all live in the past, or you live, oh, look what I am. Get rid of that. That's that goofy thought. Does that make sense? Goofy thoughts stop you. You all know what a goofy thought is, right? Can you help me out?
Negative, doubting.
Doubting, what else?
Just being negative to yourself.
I'll give you a goofy thought. You ready? You'll like this. Any Catholics in here? One Catholic? One Catholic. You know, I'm one of 14. So I'm not Mormon. Now, you'll like this. Now, I could not look at you people when I was Catholic, because I could have gone to hell. That's the goofy thought my dad. Don't look at him, he could be Protestant, you go to hell. That's how I grew up. You go to church and your dad would say, you better not turn around today. You'll turn to stone. You had all these issues up there. It was goofy thoughts. You know, and even when you talk in church, your ears will fall off. So you can't turn around, you can't talk, you can't look at people. What the heck are you going to do? You see a good-looking girl in church, you can't tell your brother? Oh, man, look at the girl in back, dude. You can't. And your mother said, you'll find a good girl in church. Or I'll say, how? See the confusion? I'm talking about, goofy thoughts. That's what we get hung up on, a goofy thought. You grew up with goofy, and you give them back.
Yes, sir.
You know, it's amazing. Inspiration is the key to what? Education. It's not education. I'm going to prove it. You ready? It's not what you know. I'm telling you, you don't know this answer. It's so simple, and you all should know it. I guarantee you there's not one that knows it. You ready for the question? You ready? And you're not afraid. Don't cheat. Don't. Right? If you know it, stand up. But you better know the answer.
Okay.
If you don't know the answer, I'm going to embarrass you in front of all your friends. That's my teacher, right? Who's the 5th president of the United States? No idea. Are you an American?
I'm not a history buff.
Excuse me, that's an excuse. That's an excuse. Any 5th president? Are you kidding me?
Adams, Washington.
No, God, no. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so embarrassed. You don't know the 5th president? Hold on, stop right there. See how goofy that is? I'm going to tell you. I was 45 years old till I found out the 5th president.
So are you going to tell us?
See how excited you are now? Yeah, you got to know? Well, no. Don't stop guessing now. You know how you find out the 5th president?
Google it.
Yeah, Rudy, thanks. Yeah. That's okay. Not, but once you find out my way, you'll never forget him. Truth. You'll forget the Google because that's, oh yeah, okay, great. But you find out my way. Here's my point to this whole story. You don't need to know in order to be someone.
Right.
My teacher told me I needed to know to be someone. And I resisted that. I resented that. Because she made me stand up and go in back of the room. Because I didn't know the 5th president. Because I went home and listened to the Yankees beat Boston. She gave us a homework assignment to go study the first 5 presidents. I'm not going to study no presidents. Yankees are playing. Would you? There's no way. If I go to school talking about Roger Maris and Mickey Mantle, who do you think she picks on? Me. How many? Oh, you've been in that position about education. You confuse your kids. You better study tonight. Maybe he's tired. Maybe he don't want to. What if you inspired that little boy or little girl to study? See, if my teacher would have said the first 5 batters of the first 5 presidents, I would have known. Am I right? Would you have known that? Yeah, it's part of the deal. Inspiration is the key to what? Everything. You need to be inspired. Most of you don't get inspired. Listen to good music. Hang around good people. Get good thoughts, and your goofy thoughts just go away. It's true. They just go away. It's amazing how it works. Well, that's it. But I did find out the 5th president, just so you know.
James Monroe.
James Monroe. Did you look it up on Google?
Yes.
See, the President of the United States called me in 1994, his social director, and asked me if she did, not him, if I was available to go watch the movie Rudy and have dinner with him at the White House. Would you go?
Yes.
If that called in 1994, and you listen to Rush Limbaugh, would you still go?
Yes.
See, that was my goofy thought. I couldn't go because my dad listens to Rush Limbaugh. You think I'm going to call my dad and tell him where I'm going? After he told me if I looked at you, I'll go to hell? You know what I mean? You call your mother. Why? Because she's the inspiration to my father. She told me that. And here's how she said that to me. Because I want you... My parents were married many, many years. They're still married, still living. But I never saw them argue. Is that possible? No, it's not. It is not possible. You are wrong. Because she proved it to me. I asked her, you and Dad never argue. I never see you argue. She said, son, we argue all the time. See, you do. See, we made a commitment to each other, never argue in front of you guys. We argued up in the bedroom. That's why there's 14 of you. Get it?
We'll settle that argument.
You gotta know what inspires. So if you hear, oh, there's no perfect relationship, no perfect marriage, no perfect friendship. None. It's impossible. I'm not going to like everything you do. You're not going to like everything I do. You can't, because God made you to think and do, and you got to compromise and come together. You got to talk. You got to, what's wrong with you? You all right? You mad at me? Why are you mad at me? You don't yell at your kid because he did something wrong, because you did it too. You probably did worse. So you sit him down and say, dude, are you all right? What happened? Why are you thinking like that? I just talked to my little boy. He's 8 years old just the other day because he threatened a teacher. Uh-oh. We homeschool. All he said was, you'll be sorry. Because, pushing him to do something he didn't want to. You'll be sorry. He's right. There was no inspiration. So I said, what made you think like that, buddy? I don't know, Dad. I just get mad. I don't want to do this all the time. I say, yeah, I know. It's tough, isn't it? He says, yeah. But you know what? I'll tell you what, Danny. Next time you get mad, you just say, I'm mad. And say why you're mad. And we'll figure it out. Instead of using it in a positive way. You think that'll work? You'll never get in trouble that way. Tell the truth all the time. Why are you mad at me? Why are you looking at me like that? You mad at me? Huh? Are you mad at me? That's what I'm trying to say. Who cares? I don't care if you like me or not. See, what I'm saying to you, if you say the truth while you're angry, people will see it and they come together. A lot of people don't tell what they think. You're trying to figure out what you're thinking. Right now, what goofy thoughts run through your head. You got them, I know it. You didn't Google, you would have said that, Rudy. When I went to the White House, listen to this. When I walked in that White House, after I called my mother to inspire my father, I got the permission to go, right? When I went to the White House, first thing, I don't know if you've ever been there. Anybody been there before you go there? Right there, right plain as day, all the pictures are hanging up on the wall. So what do? You push your rewind button back to 5th grade. Bing, that videotape you have in your head, you live in the past what you shouldn't, but you can use it to what? Get information. You go back to 5th grade and say, man, 45 years, James Monroe, you gotta be kidding me. And I had to be asked by a president of the United States, and he didn't even care if I knew the 5th president or not. Think about that. He never asked me. Neither did the social director. Neither did any senator, any congressman, the first lady. None of them. And I wanted them to because I already knew them. They never did, so I was disappointed. I know the 5th president. Come on, ask me. You had that confidence. Does that make sense? That's the key. One more little story, because I got to. There's a thing, if you, how many kids do not clean their room? That you know.
Like all of them?
How many parents do not clean? How many parents do not clean their room? Okay, that's why your kids don't clean their room. It's true.
Oh, I know.
Now they come in your room, they see your bed not made. Why should they make it? Right? It's so true. They mirror what you do. So anyhow, my mother always made her bed, no matter what. She made us make our bed. She also ironed our underwear every Saturday night.
Wow. Extra starch?
You just iron them. We didn't have it. We were not a rich family, so starch was, but iron them. And we had to fold them, right? And we had to fold our socks, put our clothes out for Sunday Mass every Saturday night, and shine our shoes, and make our bed before we went to Mass, and put our iron underwear on. It was so stupid. Why would we do this? You know what my mother said? Because if you get in an accident, you got clean underwear. But I thought that was so stupid. But here's the magic. You ready for this? Remember I told you about that one thought can change your life? We all need confidence, don't we? Sometimes we think we're such failures because we try and try. But you never know who's watching. Now watch this. When I decided to join the Navy, it was probably the scariest time of my life. But I did join in my first duty in boot camp. What do you think it was?
Ironing.
Fold your underwear. Fold your socks. Make your bed, shine your shoes. And you know that company commander saw my talent? And he walked up to me and said, "Shipmate, where did you learn how to do that?" I said, "Well, I did it all the time." I said, "Then you're the leader of all these shipmates. Show these shipmates how to do this." Gave me confidence. That's the day I start dreaming again. You see how simple that is? So you're going to go home and you're going to yell at your kid, "Pick up the house, take out the garbage, do this," and you're yelling and screaming and you're not doing it. Why would they do it? Start ironing their underwear. I know that's so stupid. It's so ridiculous, Rudy. I don't have time. That's not the point. The point is, do what you do, what you want other people to do. Don't tell other people to do it unless you're doing it. Does that make sense? Otherwise, we all have it. And you'll be surprised who picks up on it. All these great leaders, you know, I don't know if you've been in the military, but they don't tell you how to do anything. Go in the middle of go in the middle and figure out how to get gas for these trucks. How? I don't know. You figure it out. And they all figure it out because they all work as a team. It's amazing. Leadership, team, unity. People can figure it out. You know, it's amazing. It's I don't know. It's fun though. That's why you can figure this out, whatever it is. So don't look at yourself whether you're a failure or a loser. I'm not here. I'm not there. Oh, Rudy. So no, I'm not. I woke up struggling today, just like you did. I had a headache. I didn't want to get on an airplane. But I came here because I had a purpose. When you have a purpose, you do it. So you get through all that stuff. Does that make sense? Always have a purpose. That's why you need your Rudy thoughts. You like that?
What if you don't have an iPhone?
And then you go buy one. That's what I had. See, I had a BlackBerry. I had to go buy an iPhone, $300, so I could show people. Go, I got it too. You know? So I carry two phones. Huh?
It's a good reason to get your thoughts.
Well, it's your thoughts, not my thoughts. You already know the thoughts. It's just on your iPhone. You know, I just marketed it. You know, because I made a movie. And you guys think I'm special. I'm not. Now think about how special am I? Not really. I only made a tackle, man. That's not a big deal. A lot of guys make tackles, and I know. Now here's the key. The key is, are you willing to make one tackle and pay that price? It took 27 years to play it. 27 seconds.
Wow.
Are you willing? That's the dream. Or that's not for me. It's not worth it. What am I going to do? See all the goofy thinking now? Because you're asking people, can I make it? What do you think they're going to say if they're a loser?
No.
No, because they already quit. So why would you ask a quitter? Go ask a winner. You know what a winner's going to tell you? Keep going. That's a winner. They won't tell you how to do it. They know you'll find a way to do it. That's a winner. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done.